Hi, welcome to Harimau Mining. Today we want to show you how to use our Elite Rig. Right? Whenever you buy the Elite Rig, you already come with the board, the CPU, the RAM, the CPU fan, and the frame. Alright? As you can see, the fan, the splitter cables, and the PSU, the power supply is not included in the package. Also, you can buy all these items separately in our shop. Our shop link is in the description, right? Let me show you how to assemble all the parts into this rig, including how to test it for the first boot. Alright? Let me show you how to install the CPU first. When you want to install the CPU, push the plunger down and then slide out, release, then you are open, and then put up this one, you are open, fully open, and then whenever you want to put in your processor, make sure there is a gap, there is a half moon shape Pokayoke design here, and then put inside according to the shape. Okay, whenever you put inside already, push down this one, slide under the screw, press down, slide out, and then put in again. Okay, then in this way you already finished install the CPU. When we want to install the CPU fan, if your CPU fan consists of back plate, then make sure you peel off the stickers and then put underneath here. Right, okay, as you can see, the screw pop up, and then simply put in your CPU fan and then screw it. Okay, after you screw the fan, the CPU fan already, you need to plug in the fan. Right now, as you can see, the CPU fan location is here. This one. Simply plug to the first three pin. Okay, first three pin. The last pin is not going into the connector. Okay, whenever you finish install your CPU fan, then you need to install the RAM module. Slide in the RAM module into the slot and then press down. Right? When you want to release, just pull out these two pins, and then this RAM will get up, and then you can take out. Right? Push in and then press down. Whenever you finish install the RAM and the CPU fan and CPU, then you need to install your fan. The fan installation for our rigs is the fan blowing outside and then this mounting outside here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you mounting the screw from this side, from inside to outside. The fan blowing this way. Okay, next, I want to show you how to power up the motherboard. As you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6 pin white color here. This is for power input. And then the black color 6 pin over here is for power output. But do not use the black power output 6 pin, because whenever you supply the power to this white 6 pin and then output the power from the black 6 pin, means that you have the high possible to melt down the connector. This is very dangerous. So always power up your GPU from your power supply directly. So sometimes you will see your cables is in 1/8 pin. 1/8 pin means it's 6 plus 2 pin. Alright? This 8 pin means that you can power up to 6 pin. 1/8 pin can be power up to 6 pin. If you have the cables that consist 2 8 pin from one cables, means that you can power up 4 6 pin white color on the motherboard. Okay, so here we are taking example of one cables that consist 1/8 pin. Okay, so I simply plug the VGA cables to the power supply, and then this 6 pins, this 8 pin, then I can connect to splitter cables that consist 2 6 plus 2 pin. Alright, okay, and then from here we take out the 2 pins, then connect to the first connector and second connectors. Each connector, each 6 pin white color is correspond to the PCIe slots. Means that you have 8 here, then you have 8 PCIe slot here. Okay, whenever you want to use 2 GPU, make sure you plug in at least 2 white 6 pin here to supply the power to the motherboards. Okay. Also remember, because this motherboard is powered up by 6 pin, then you need to use your jumper connector connect to your power supply. Unless your power supply have auto start function without using 24 pin connectors. Okay, with this condition, you are ready to go. Whenever you power up your power supply, because you already jump your power supply, whenever you start your power supply, means that the motherboard will start running. Before you doing the first boot, make sure this speaker sticker is removed. Then you can hear the beep clearly, the beep sound clearly. Okay, this is how the rig should be looks like before you doing the first boot. This setup is for 2 GPU only. If you want to power up 8 GPU, you need to make sure 8 white 6 pin is fully connected. Okay, let us power up. Whenever I turn on the PSU, then the CPU fan will turn, and then you immediately hear the sound of beep. Okay, in this condition means that this system is already boot to BIOS or your pen drive or your SSD. If you need to reset the board without on off your power supply, you can always use the start button beside the VGA port. Remember, we have the SATA connector over here. You need to power out your SSD through your power supply. There is one important note. If you have 2 power supply that using for the whole system, means that you are running dual PSU, make sure you connect 2 PSU together with dual PSU cable, and make sure one PSU is power up the motherboard only. Do not use 2 power supply to power up the motherboard at the same time, and it will cause the motherboard to break down or malfunctions. Make sure one PSU is used to supply the power to the white 6 pin, and another PSU is used to supply the power to your GPU. Okay, now we want to talk about what is the possible issue that lead to the motherboard is not boot up. Whenever you turn on your power supply, the fan is turning, but the beep sound is not existing. So means that you need to remove the RAM module, unplug and plug again. Then you try to start your system again. Then if the problem still existing, then you need to unplug the RAM module and the CPU together. Then try again. If these two methods also bring the problem to you, then make sure you power off the whole system directly, remove the battery, wait for 15 minutes, plug in the battery again, remove the RAM module, remove the CPU, and install back again, and then start your system to test again. In case that you try these 3 steps already, but the motherboard still not put in, then immediately contact us for more help. Alright, that's all for today. Thank you very much.
Alright, this is for today. Thank you. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. If you don't mind, please click the bell button to set a reminder for you. Okay, thank you very much.